We are back. Time for game number 3 here. PRIES Gaming versus WindAndRain, who won game number 1, game number 2. The drafts were a little bit weird. They
10
unable to
seconds
carry
remaining.
hard enough in that late game. 1 or 2 bad decisions leading to a
5
loss. So
seconds
now
remaining.
we're here down to the decider. Vengeful Spirit making an appearance again together with the Beastmaster. So that's a statement that they want to push, that they want to end this. Keep us in the schedule too, because next game's already supposed to start in 30 minutes. But hey, Lizard, what do you make of this? This is going to be a quick one.
I don't know.
Radiant
We'll
team
see.
ban.
Vengeful and Beast already look really scary and fast-paced, so maybe it will be a pretty quick one. On the other hand, they have Mars and Shadow Demon again. Like we'll see. We'll see. I don't know if it's gonna be a quick one or not, but I want to see a stomp. I
Oh
want
yeah.
to see a really fast stomp. That's what I'm rooting for. Because game
10
one was
seconds
fun,
remaining. Dire
game
team
two was
ban.
not fun, and it was very long. And now
Radiant
I'm
team
rooting
ban.
for a stomp, man. That's all I'm doing right here. Give
That's
give this guy, give your boy Lizard a stomp.
all
Go,
right. He wants to
boys.
stomp, guys. You heard
I
him.
want to see I want to see some one-sided dotes, some push strategy with Beast and Vengeful or something. I don't know.
Everyone message all the players that you know on WindAndRain and Priest and tell them that Lizard wants to stomp.
Give
They
them a
have to. They
chan.
have to.
10
They can't
seconds
refuse the
remaining.
Lizard. You know.
Give them a chan. Give them a I don't know. Give them a
5
Pugna on
seconds
mid lane.
remaining.
Give Faye. Don't
Lycan.
don't give
We need
him
Lycan.
Antimate. Give him Lycan. Yeah,
Yeah, Faye Lycan. I want to see that.
Slark. Give him Slark. He
Ooh.
plays Slark well.
Well, it's been
He
banned
did
out a
lose
couple of
with
times,
Slark
isn't it?
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did lose Slark
Dire
in this
team ban.
tournament. He did lose with Slark in this tournament, but he lost versus some uh other team, not versus Priest Gaming. His Slark is like his Terrorblade. I think it's like the two heroes that they play the most,
Yeah.
that he plays the most. So and Anti-Mage. That should be it. See.
Dire team
All
pick.
right. So we'll see how deep they actually want to
Radiant
go.
team pick.
And Tusk, all right. Let's certainly focus on the early game, and these are the kind of things that you also need to take advantage of. You can't just pick 5 heroes that just hit buildings and hope to get away with it most of the time, not in a pro game. Also
Yeah,
gotta
they
make sure to win these team fights, these skirmishes, that you can transition into these early towers and then go from there. Literally snowball and figuratively as well, of course.
yeah, they won with
10
these heroes
seconds
earlier,
remaining.
so
Yeah.
Dire team pick.
Lich, gonna have your mana, not anymore. That was one of the best voice lines, and now there's no application for it anymore.
Lich gonna
Feels
have
really
your
bad.
mama.
Mana.
Yeah, mana. Yeah,
Mana.
I know.
Do you
I,
not remember the good old days when Lich had sacrifice? It
yeah,
was
but
like, haha, I guess you don't
he
get creeps now.
yeah, he takes your life, not your
10
mana.
seconds remaining.
I think Lich gonna have your mana should be from
5
I don't
seconds
know who
remaining.
from that Anti-Mage is gonna have your mana.
Yeah.
Actually, no. No, Lion is the only hero that's gonna actually have your mana. Or Pugna later on.
Yeah,
But
that's true. But I mean, Lich is getting mana from destroying life, so I guess maybe it's just a euphemism, you know? It's like because having your life is sounding so
the
evil, you
source of
know?
your energy. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
taking the source of. I like Lich in this game, by the way. Armor is good versus Beastmaster overall.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's good with Mars Arena too. You have that combo. You put the arena, then you follow Lich's ulti. It's pretty decent.
Yeah. Good
And
team
now,
fights, good delay on any sort of big push.
if you're Wind and Rain, you go for Slark or you go for Nyx right here. I
Radiant
think.
team
Let's
pick.
see. They go for okay. They go with what worked before. They go with the Naga Siren. It's a decent Naga Siren game. If you're Priest Gaming, you have 2 picks to answer this Naga though, and now it's on you to do that. They failed to do it the last game, but mostly because they couldn't really uh, find a way to effectively win the mid game.
Yeah.
10
And then
seconds
Naga was just
remaining.
free farming. So we'll see if they find a way to do that this time
5
around.
seconds remaining.
They could either go for something that's active or something that's good versus Naga super later on in the game. Troll has been banned out. Jack has been banned out. What remains? Let's see. What could they pick here?
Did you just try the OD again, or do you want to go a different route?
I guess you go different route because Pugna is still in the pool and it's good. I guess you could ban out the Pugna, but yeah, I don't know.
How about
That
Broodmother?
OD that OD failed for them. Only if you have last pick, which they don't. So you don't go for Brood. I wouldn't at least. It can get countered. They do play Brood, but it could get countered and then
Yeah.
the hero isn't nearly as good.
Beyond that, there's always these safe go-tos like Konka for some mid-game team fight.
Yeah, your Kunkas, your Linas on the mid lane is what you can be looking at the moment. You do see their offlaner and their carry, so a carry pick right now wouldn't be too bad either. But the problem is then you're leaving the last pick for Wind and Rain mid, and then they can ban out your mid and pick their own. While if you're picking the carry, you have a bit more options. So it's always a difficult situation right now. You have to decide which way you want to go.
Depends on what you're more worried about the mid that you have in mind being banned out, or the carry that you have in mind being banned out in that last phase. And Wind and Rain is always going to be able to counterpick and just figure out the best hero to end this.
They go, yeah, Lash is good.
Yeah,
it's a hero that's good versus Naga's illusions, gives them some push as well. Can't be countered by too many heroes on that mid lane too, so we'll see. Maybe they could go for something like a Wind Ranger on mid, but nah, not versus Shadow Demon actually. No, never mind. That hero just crushes Wind Ranger, Wind Runner. What else could they go for?
Watch them get sniper now.
5 seconds remaining.
They could go for some things. Yeah, Wind and Rain could go for some OD on their own, or something like that. We'll see.
These teams playing Silencer at all, because we've seen a few teams actually pick that up and be quite successful with it. Of course, Fly the Moon being the big one, I guess.
Yeah, but Silencer, usually when we see it is when Ember goes through, right? And then it's picked as a counter to Ember mid.
Yeah.
While I haven't seen too many Silencer games versus something else, I've seen a couple, but not too many.
10 seconds
I think, though, that you're right. I think Silencer is pretty good. Could be decent for Wind and Rain, too. They have everything they need already. They have push, they have utility, late game potential. They can just play the lane right now with their last pick. Just counter pick the slash and that's it.
Yeah.
Let's see what Priest goes for.
2 days ago, when the Rain was playing Fly the Moon, they actually had also the Lash in mid against them, and they did end up last picking the sniper.
The sniper.
So what if they want to do the same thing again here?
I think that sniper was a counter to something, though. They played versus something, and that sniper came as a response. Was it
Oracle,
a no?
Bloodseeker, Lash, and Legion Commander.
5 seconds remaining.
All right.
Oh, don't know, not really.
Versus what were they playing, though?
They were playing against that. Yeah, they were playing against that. With Sniper, Dark Willow, Slark, Centaur, and Warlock.
Oh my god, Phantom Lancer.
That's a blast from the past.
Is this a hero?
Well, not against Konka, isn't.
Yeah, I love WindAndRain's draft. Much better than Priest, honestly. Yeah. This Phantom Lancer, Punka, once he gets Radiance, two Bracers Radiance, that's all he needs. I think Naga is stronger than PL at the moment, but we'll see. It's not like Priest Gaming do not have their ways of winning this game and taking it. You have the Lash, you have the Arena, you have the screen plus Arena. You have some things, right, going in your way, going for you, but then again, I really do believe that Wind and Rain have them outdrafted a little bit. This combo of Vengeful and Beast is really strong. Then you have the Beast for pushes, Naga Siren to just farm, and Kunka to run across the map and create space. I like Wind and Rain's draft a lot.
Yeah, me too. They have a lot of ways to buff each other up. They have a lot of good low cooldown control, especially from the Kunka here. Every minute or so you have the boat to work with, so you can rotate around once that gets ready. You can set up for yourself, you can set up by the Naga, you can just play around the run buff, you have the roar as well. Plenty of ways to deal with the Phantom Lancer too. The moment you catch him out, you shouldn't have too many issues killing him off at any stage of the game, really. So it's, I don't know. It's been a while though since I've seen the Phantom Lancer, and this hero can be quite annoying if he gets farmed. And once you hit level 25, you get the either crit if you need more damage, but if you can get away with it, this lower cooldown on the W can make it very hard to just deal with the illusions eventually. But it's a little bit too far away to think about that right now. Gotta get through the mid game first, and I think PRIES are gonna have to be very active with the Slash and with the Mars, right?
Yeah, it's on Hana to just create a lot of space. And Phantom Lancer used to be a hero that does come online a little bit faster than Naga. But that was back then when Naga was played, that old Naga with
Yeah.
Diffusal and whatnot. But this Naga is a bit different. You buy a couple of raid bands, Manta, you already can fight. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
It's a pretty cool set. I don't think I've seen this one before. It's a bit like Lena when if she was a fish, you know?
Hmm.
Is that a new one, or where's it coming from?
I have no clue.
I'll find out. Oh. Robes of the Captive Princess, an uncommon armor, apparently. Nothing too special. Anyway, game number 3, ladies and gentlemen. If you're just tuning in, this is Wind and Rain. Won game 1, lost game 2. Up against PRIES. And Wind and Rain, we touched on that as we were starting the series. They need to put some points on the board. They're 0-3 so far in the groups. PRIES, I believe, 1-1. So, sitting a little bit more even. This is a full 10-team round-robin group stage with best of 3s and plenty of Dota to be played. But, again, if you lose your first 4 matches, you're going to have a hard time in making the top 4 to go into the playoffs.
Just to be clear,
So this win, very meaningful for Wind and Rain. If they can secure it, and they certainly have to draft it to make that happen.
Yeah, I like, as I stated before, I really do like their draft. I think they have what it takes to take this game. Then again, execution is all that matters. We saw that in that last match too. Both teams had ways of winning the game multiple times, but they just failed to execute their draft properly, and then it all falls apart. We'll see if they can change things up a little bit in this match.
Step lively now. Your
And
admiral is
just
on board.
execution just needs to be on point.
30 seconds to battle.
You see that both teams aren't risking anything in this last match. They're moving together with these smokes, warding up, and just I can't they put both wards on this bottom lane, this bottom side. So I guess they are expecting to fight a lot around there and be around this bottom lane quite a lot.
You don't have the sand.
The
Even go for
battle
some sort of
begins.
aggro lane. I mean, last time they did leave Faye alone.
Yeah, but this
Up
time
there.
around you can't because there's multiple heroes on the top lane. He just scouted them out with the illusion, and this is really smart by him, as it will give them the advantage of lane swapping. He'll be able to be on the bottom lane fast enough. Sadly for them, Boogie ports, and that's always like an issue because when he ports, you can no longer swap without running all the way around, right?
Yeah.
So
Never want to be the first one to teleport. But
are they going for some first blood attempt mid lane? Look at this. No, they're just running top, it seems.
yeah. So they are leaving Faye alone. Nefert's also TPing now. So at least Nagasiren could match that.
Yep.
They do indeed. Boogie's gonna be the one that's gonna fall behind. a
Yeah,
little bit.
Boogie is the one that suffers from this, as he already ported, and now he has to start running towards that bottom lane.
Also Nefert right now. That also means that he is getting complete free farm for like 2 ways or something.
Yeah.
It's not
Let's
good at all.
look
Up
at
top though,
Nefrit and
first
this last. Oh,
Well, screen, that's a nice little spear to keep Cube away. Not just the tier itself, but also the tag team. Could have been enough
cool.
damage.
First
if
blood.
it
So I'm
was
looking at Nefrit, and if he's gonna miss some last hits.
you do that, I'll have the
gone.
camera on what people actually care about. The first blood up top, actually, with a level 1 Shadow Poison being stacked up to 5 now. There's another spear to the side, Faye. Take a little
Oh,
bit
he
more
missed the
damage
deny.
here. Yoku with another stack. Does have some mangoes. Faye, 1, 2, 3. They can count. Is it going to be enough with another Frost Blast? Maybe need the 4th one here, Sadoi, with the spear. And with the 4th one, it's another kill here for Yoku. And, well, Cube, he's committing. He at least one screen. And this is how it all started, by the way. But at what cost? He's going to fall again, isn't he? 1, 2.
Yeah, he's dead.
The click from Sadoi will do the trick this time.
I love how Sidoi wasn't hitting him so that he can get the kill after Yoku uses the poison. He actually stopped the attack to get the last hit.
Yoku already got 2 kills. Like, yeah, you can't get greedy.
Also, I have to say Nefrit was on point with the last hits on the bottom lane. It was alright. He
I
didn't
mean, you
miss
should
too
be.
many.
He's 70
Yeah.
damage and the Quelling Blade. I mean, there's no way.
He missed a couple of denies, but that's about it. Not the end of the world. Mid lane, Wish doing fairly well versus the Lash, 8-2. This is a lane in which Kunkka is like, he's super fine. Buys a couple of bracers and you can't really do a whole lot to him.
Shaq is even going for the Lightning Storm, which you often see in mid just to try and dominate a lane. Just realizes that's not really sustainable against Wish, I guess.
I mean, you can't. He just has way too much HP. You can't waste so much mana on him. They catch Tusk on the top lane.
No ice shots, keeping Yoku with him. Spear will miss, but the poise is stacking up. It is level 1. We should be able to get the 5th one up here. Cube already super low, so this is gonna
He's
be
just
another
gone.
kill.
Yeah, this Shadow Demon is on fire right now. Has 600 gold almost and boots. He's doing really well.
It's gonna be very quick. Mana boots perhaps, or the Void Stone. Either way, it's mana sustain to just keep this going. Normally, level 1 Shadow Poison isn't that effective, but if it is, then just jumpstart your way into this.
I mean, if you get so many stacks, of course it's effective, but
yeah, but even then, it's what 320 magic damage.
it's
Normally
it's
not enough to
yeah,
kill people if they're just not also dropping low from other sources.
Yeah. Cube abandoned top. He rotated a little bit towards that mid lane. Meanwhile, Shadow Demon is just messing with Faye, not allowing to free farm in the jungle. Faye has that. Oh, actually, just 2 slippers flying over to him. Mid lane. Yeah. Oh, he misses the.
That's
Now
unfortunate.
he will be.
Now, it's a bit of trouble, isn't he? Follow up with the stun, perfectly timed. He wishes he was somewhere else right now,
Thanks for
but
playing Dota 2.
Man, this
Nice.
lineup of WindAndRain, it looks like this task should be able to do a whole lot more right now and to rotate around the map and create good plays. But Cube is having a really, really bad game. Like, he's 1-3 on this task, and everywhere he goes, he just brings death to his allies.
yep. Kind of the opposite of what you want, so
Yeah.
certainly not the kind of style of WindAndRain we're hoping for with this one.
And remember when they left Faye to free farm that last game, they definitely improved on that. As you can see, Shadow Demon, after getting those kills on mid lane, he instantly goes and catches Faye in the jungle, messes with him a little bit.
Definitely
He's
with a bit of
backing out right
trouble, but now Screen actually revealing himself. Boo getting so much damage. And hey, guess what? Cube was there, so of course his teammate dies again.
Yeah, if Cube is around, a teammate of his dies. That's the story of the
cursed.
game right now. Yeah, it's his curse.
It's because he didn't get to play Pudge in one of these games. Now there's no Pudge at all. Who knows? Anyway, he's making his way mid. Maybe he can turn the tides, as it were. Let's get some help as well from Eldasage. They at least brought the Shadow Demon away from Faye. Like, he was running him down in the jungle for a little bit, but on the flip side, Naga Siren, level 4, not the worst jungler in the world, of course, with the illusions with the Riptide, but it kind of feels bad to abandon top lane altogether. On bottom, Boogie. The rotation force, Eldasage. Doing a bit of damage in return. Pride with damage, actually. Effort. Force and TP back to the shrine. Snell? Okay, Screen. They'll get him. Seems good.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So it's on the board a little bit. Are you muted again? Is this what's happening?
God damn it! My microphone keeps on being plugged out a little bit.
Radiant's middle tower is under
I'm back.
attack.
What's happening on the top lane? He's diving here a little bit. Nah.
I sure got that illusion. Gets 8 gold from that. Seems good.
But they killed Hannah on the mid lane, the 3 of them rotating in, and this is what they need to do. They need to rotate properly with these 2 supports to get some kills. Oh, the snowball. Fame. Cube, my friend.
Can't really punish that, fortunately. But that's just to keep them away from Wish and keep them from stacking up more poison, I guess. But they're forcing effort here. They're buying some space. They're just making sure that Faye can have this 1v1 that he can take advantage of. That together with the jungle farm should see him on top of the growth chart. Byoku's up there as well, though. These things are getting a little bit dicey. Faye just has to retreat into the jungle again. So Hannah, well, if we manage to bring him down in exchange, again, this would be very big. Cube taking a lot of damage. So Hannah already level 6, but hey, just buying time for Eldasage to rotate in. Wish claim that lasted, plus a few of these jungle creeps as well.
It's
got the last
2
one.
times in a row that they take him down. This is very good for them. And you can see Boogie already involved. He has his Vlads up, and they're actually pressuring this tower. Usually when you're playing Leshrac, you're the one that wants to be pressuring towers and taking objectives, but... oh, the Lich has been caught as well. This is more like it. This is what I expected. But Cube might fall here. The creeps are destroying him.
A lot of damage in return, so can't stick around. Alisage also low, but it does finish the job at least.
If Cube is there, a teammate dies. And Alisage falls in that engagement, but they do take down Lich first. He takes down Lich first, then they take down the tier 1. So it's definitely worth it. Plus the fact that Mars rotated, which opens up space on the top lane for Naga. It's good. It's good. Then again, if you're the Slash, you can't be satisfied with the way the game went. You're what, 25 CS behind, 15 CS behind the Kunkka, and like you haven't really even touched this mid tier 1, even though you went for 4 levels in Diabolic Edict. I guess you need to rotate somewhere else, perhaps go top, which is what he's doing.
It's another one of these examples where it just goes to show that getting a lot of kills in the first 1 or 2 minutes, yeah, it looks really good, but it doesn't really matter if you cannot really transition that into sizable laning advantages, and if the enemy's course is still getting their money, or if they can just turn things around with a couple of later more important kills. I mean, the result was that Hannah briefly was 1,000 gold behind his Kunkka tier 1 for tier 1 trade, so they're gonna be in a similar situation still. Yeah, 4.2k on Wish, and that is a hero that can just keep going. You have the boat, as long as that's off cooldown, you can get a kill. Not to mention the pushing power from the Beastmaster, leveraging that to the max already. Not just with the Vlads, not even a quick Necrobook or anything.
They can't really stop him at the moment. Oh, screen. They can stop screen. They take him down easily. And Shadow Demon as well, maybe.
So disruption.
Here's
He's slowed down the roar if they need it, if they want it. Maybe on Sadoi, throws out the arena. Alisage is caught on the outside, so he'll be fine. The roar does finish up Yoku, but now Tana as well, screen rotating back in. That'll be a 1-for-1 trade right there. Sadoi was not able to get a kill himself. Now snowball to the creep wave, so that'll remain as it was. Still advantageous for PRIES this time around though.
Yeah, definitely not worth it if you're WindAndRain. That Beastmaster who's been having such a good time, he dies just for the Shadow Demon kill. It's not good enough.
2-for-2 rune exchange as well, by the looks of it.
Faye picks up those on the bottom lane and TPs away. But still, what matters the most for WindAndRain is the fact that Naga is farming. Isn't contested as much as before.
Still in catch-up mode, but right now, Sadoi snowball forward into the chains, into the tag team. Wish is there with the boat combo. Defensive disruption, no, to counterplay that, and that'll put an end to it.
Yeah, very well played by Yoku.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Very crucial for them, because even though Naga is farming, again, Faye still in catch-up mode, only 3.7k net worth, compared to Nefrid, who's had a pretty free game. They tried to pressure him a little bit, but unable to actually kill him off.
He's actually doing the same build that Naga is usually doing, right? Yeah. 3 raid bands into Diffusal. It's either 3 raid bands into Diffusal or 3 raid bands into Manta. Diffusal makes it a little bit easier for you to fight, and that's what he's going for, while Naga is going for Manta instead. And I'm afraid that Faye might fall behind because of this build. As it's not only fall behind, it's that the PL will be online a little bit faster, that's all. And then they might lose a couple of fights.
The moment you finish up that Diffusal, you're not necessarily super safe because you don't have a lot of stats to work with to take yourself up. So if you do get caught out, you might still be in trouble, but you can deal a lot of damage if you have the control on your teammates. Sadoi, well, he's certainly looking to be aggressive together with Hannah.
They need to take down at least this tier 1. You're playing with Lashmade. It's a disaster if you don't take it by this time, and they do.
Zedic will do it. Sadoi setting it for the arena here, catches Wish on the side of it. He does get the boat out, so that'll keep him as well as Alisage safe. Meanwhile, the Chain Frost in the back didn't do too much here. Snowball across down towards Yoku, but Hannah's running down Boogie. Nothing that the Beastmaster can do right there. Sadoi still alive too. He had a Cunning track on him. They get the vision with the axe. The Torrent will miss. Need another right click here, and they'll get on a creep. Wish finishing that kill in style. So what, a 2-for-1 trade? Still Boogie going down, but this time at least also get the opposing
Yeah.
claw.
Naga used the song as well, by the way, as Leshak did find her in the jungle, so he uses the song and TPs away. Not a big deal for him, but then again, I think you're satisfied with this if you're Priest. You took an objective, you took a tier 1. Also, you took down that Beastmaster. Yeah, you lost Sedoi, but it's fine. I think you're fine with that. Oh, Vish and Kunkka, they're actually pretty good versus... I mean, he is actually pretty good versus Mars and his arena. You have that boat to work with. The moment he pops the arena, just throw the boat inside. Damage is diminished, and your allies will thank you for the rum. He went for armlet, by the way, on Kunkka.
Kunkka armlet,
Interesting.
okay.
I expected him to go like that, 2 Bracer into Radiance build. But I guess he can go armlet, and he's alright queuing up the BKB next. He just wants to be very tanky and up front, I guess, and it can work, we'll see.
The boat combo onto
No one.
nobody in particular.
It was just for the Sash.
TP out and he can.
I mean, he does save his support there, but you just used both combo to save a position 5 vengeful. It's not the longest cooldown though, so it shouldn't really bother you way too much. But it should mean that Priest will get a free tower on the top lane.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Really being responded to. Edict will be tanked out by the glyph for the time being. Down bottom, you're gonna have Cube trying to put in a bit of pressure by himself. The most effective
most
pusher,
likely.
but he can do it a little bit.
Most likely we'll see some Naga illusions coming there soon as well. He's pretty much... Or Boogie, exactly. When you're a Beastmaster, you want to be doing what Tusk is doing right now. But I guess he wanted to farm the jungle a bit more. He's going for Pipe. He doesn't go for Medallion after. Which will help them diminish some of this magical damage. There's a ton of magical damage on the side of Priest Gaming.
Yep.
There's the ulti from Leshak and the stun. There's Lich. There's Shadow Demon with his poison stacks. Yeah.
And you find Vengeful Spirit.
And no boat is saving her this time. Yeah.
They were setting up, or like they were setting up shop inside their own jungle right now. A couple mass TBs down bottom though. Sedoi, no blink, also being slowed down by double balls. Hey, he's not gonna be able to catch anybody. Oh, maybe Nefer though, a different story. TP'd onto the shrine, finds Cube. Has Infuse Blade ready to go, so he can delay this with a snowball. It's not gonna live for too much longer either. So the supports do fall across the map. But this is still WindAndRain kind of in buying time mode, I guess, right? I mean, because Faye, he caught up quite nicely.
Yep, he's doing really well. It's I don't know. We just have to wait and see which one of these carries will be stronger later on. Manta is nearing for Phantom Lancer as well. He's getting closer. He has that defusal already. Faye might scout him out here, and Faye has Song as long as he doesn't lose all his mana. See, Nefrit goes instantly on him.
Ooh. Oh, that's the wrong illusion.
Faye lost all the mana. Yeah, he couldn't use the Song there. Maybe if they use the Song, then they could catch on the Nefrit PL, but most likely they don't have the damage to kill him. My issue is though, on one side versus this Naga, you have the Lash, who will be very strong and will be able to deal with the Naga. Lich is also pretty good with the armor versus the illusions.
Yeah.
On the other side, Wish doesn't necessarily have to be that good versus PL. With this build that he's building at least.
Rituals coming in onto Elisage, bouncing between illusions, back to him, back to... That'll split just in time, so he does survive to Song TP out. Elisage, he must actually be run down.
There's a blink on Sedoi, so yeah. He's most certainly
dead.
dead.
Some time, and there it is. Illusion is still alive though. As they do see Wish, he's kind of alone right now. Does have the boat to work with, plus the armlet. 2 spells to just help him out. With the shots as well, perfectly placed to block him off.
Has armor to stick.
So far so good, but Rumbuff will not last forever.
He does have sticks now though.
Yeah, alright, he's fine. Very hard
Cube,
to bring down like
however,
this. Oh god, the spear just splits him apart. Yikes.
Yeah, Cube went in to save his teammate, to help him out, buy him some time, and died for it.
Better him than the Kunkka, I guess.
Yep.
Loki back bottom. Shifted now to the Blink Dagger rather than a pipe. So it's the Necrobook queued up, so...
Yeah, he can't decide what he wants to
Yeah.
this game, it seems. All of the items that he queued up earlier as well make a lot of sense, but he just has to decide what he really needs. Blink Dagger does help them out with initiation, definitely.
Yeah.
And Tusk isn't buying one, so getting that definitely does help.
At least he settled for something rather than just being stuck in choice paralysis, you know?
Yeah.
So many good items that you need or could use.
Especially for Beast, you know, like there are so
Yeah.
many ways you can build him. But I don't know if I agree with Necro build. Like it's a bit late, right? Just getting utility would
Yeah.
be better. It's not like he's gonna have that huge power spike with Necro 1 and just get a lot out of it.
Maybe it's still helpful just to have a bit of extra mana burn against the Phantom Lancer, trying to prevent him from being doppelganger out in the middle of these roars and whatnot. As the Fuse Blade's also in the works for the Naga Siren, so
Dire's middle tower
you'd think that
is
would be
under
enough,
attack.
but also always going to add to the pushing power. They didn't necessarily need it for these early powers.
The problem is this Naga is behind PL still, 1k behind.
Yeah.
I think if you're playing that Naga, you want to be in front, definitely. Bottom lane,
Would actually catch him.
they get
That
him.
is dead Hannah. They might give up Cube in return, both the supports just being with him. Sadoy looking for something else. He doesn't just want support though, he wants Bilgi.
Oh, he misses the
misses
spear.
Spear doesn't have... does have Arena, but it didn't go for it.
Tusk also TP's away. And Lissash too. So
They
they
all
didn't
get
get a
out?
single. They all got out. They
Oh,
didn't get a single
no.
kill. I don't know why Sadoy didn't just instantly arena the Venge and the Beast. I believe he had
Yeah.
a range, but he was afraid of something, not certain what. He doesn't arena them. Vengeful runs one way, Beast the other. They kinda get lost in the
Radiant's
moment
middle
and
tower
they
is
don't
under
catch
attack.
anyone while losing the last rack. Well played by WindAndRain. Definitely outplayed in
I
that
think
situation.
he wanted Beastmaster.
Definitely he wanted Beast. Yeah.
And he was afraid that he was maybe gonna blink out of the arena.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can come up with.
I
Any
think you're
case,
right. It's the
time.
blink. Oh, Lissash, you're so
Dire's
dead, my
bottom
friend.
tower is under
I got
You
one
do take
rune, he's
one
not gonna
bounty?
get the second. But he can...
Oh,
Oh, he got
he
it!
gets
What?
both.
Oh, he gets it!
This is so worth it. Like, I would do that at any
Absolutely.
given time. Like, definitely worth it for him.
Even if he dies,
Two
maybe he
bounty
gets to
runes.
deny the second rune with his rune. Would also be
Yeah,
very
2
fun.
bounty runes for for his whole team. Like, that's great. And what did PL get? PL actually got quite a bit chunk of gold, 360. It's still more for WindAndRain. It's still worth it. It's a 20-minute bounty, but yeah, PL did get a lot for a position 5. Because WindAndRain is 1k ahead. That's why, nothing more.
Yeah.
It's crazy how it works.
It's also because it's a solo kill, right? So you get
Yeah.
a little bit more. But yeah, I mean, this gold lead from the PL towards Fade's shrinking very slowly, but it is shrinking. Diffuse Blade now ready to go on Naga Siren, so Faye, he can do quite a bit of damage in the right circumstances. Sadoy missing the spear again.
Well, I tried.
Not really been on point with that Blink Dagger thus far this game. Well,
Yeah,
really
I
not
see
much
that
on the side.
there's a bunch of players that have difficulties with
Dire's
the Mars.
structures are fortified.
They just sometimes miss their spears or miss them all the time. There's something about that spell that makes some people just miss it. It's not about the amount of practice that you put in, I guess. It's just that
Dire's middle tower
the-
is under attack.
you're naturally bad on the hero. I guess that's all. But
You gotta
everything
get
else
used to
is
it. There's a bit of wind up. You also need to. You need a position like
Radiant's
for Winter
bottom
and a Shackle,
tower is
right?
under
Just with the
attack.
tree, keeping the trees in mind, because otherwise, it's just absolutely useless. So it's
or a tower or
or
some
something.
yeah, or something. You need something with that spear for sure. This is really good by Faye, the way he's positioned himself in this jungle of Radiant and is just farming around, creep skipping. Top lane. Oh, they
Regeneration.
don't catch him again. They didn't have the spear this time around. It's not that he missed it. You can't miss if you don't have it, so just keep on throwing it on creeps, right?
I guess. Not sure if that solves the fundamental issues that you have, but yeah, I mean, all of this certainly helpful for WindAndRain. As you said, Faye is just farming up the Radiant jungle. And at the same time, he can pressure mid if he just sends some illusions there, and bottom too. And eventually that's going to force PRIES back, which translates into more space. Not just Faye, but also the Konko has been keeping up quite nicely, and that's without Midas or anything. Not even a lot of kills on this Konko. I mean, 2-1-2, it's not the scoreline that you normally associate with a...
Yeah,
with
but
the Konka that's still sitting
at least he is buying that Radiance now, right? So
Yeah.
he did queue it up. So with that Radiance, he'll have a lot of impact regardless of how he plays, as it will mess with PL, and PL does not want to buy an MKB at any given point. So
Ooh, there's Irina catching Faye, and before he can song out, but there's a swap. Swapping in Hannah, actually. Still want to take this fight. Defensive snowball. Faye still holding on to that song if they need it, but for now, there's also defensive rush in the song to keep them all in place, and then they can decide. All right.
what was that
wanna get
swap? That's the swap of confusion.
Yeah,
You confuse the enemy. That's what you do.
I guess it was. I mean, Hannah's like finding himself right in the middle of things. It's like, oh, that's exactly where I want to be. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Now there's no song. It's going straight for Roche. There's no boat either, only for 20 seconds, but it's not the fast Russian world. Sure, the
Yeah,
illusions
PL.
stay alive, but you don't do a lot of damage to this.
They have lads now, and Tana is there too, so it will be a little bit easier. But PL is definitely... Oh, Spear does not connect. PL is one of those heroes that's just bad. Oh, Shadow Demon dies on top, and so does Tier 1.
Blink Roll, Boogie just taking him out of space, and with Konka showing up, he's gonna have another boat. You cannot continue this Roche fight. Oh, this Roche at him, you cannot fight around it. Well, not fast enough.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, finishing themselves. So they gotta be a little bit quicker here, you would think. They have the minus armor from the Venge. Not just the Wave of Tower, but also the Medallion. Wish clicking away, now Faye joining in. They have Necro Creeps, they have everything. They're saying, yep, thank you for softening him up for us. Ages for Naga Siren. And WindAndRain now firmly in the driver's seat. If there was any
They
doubt
got
about
the
that,
Aegis.
it's not there anymore.
I mean, it's so easy for them to take it, right? Like, even if they went in first, they have Naga, you have Beastmaster, you have Vengeful with Medallion and Wave of Terror. So you take that rush super fast. On the other side, there's a PL. PL is, I think, the worst hero when it comes to... worst carry when it comes to taking rush. Like, he just deals no damage to the big boy.
Well,
This is transitioning instantly into a tier 2 push. You see how Tusk is just has rotated on this high ground here and is scouting if anyone tries to wrap behind. Maybe even was thinking about going on anyone that tries to defend, but now that Kunkka is bottom lane and now that Kunkka shows himself, you have to be a little bit more passive on that top lane.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
still sending
Okay.
Faye with the illusions. Yeah, Hannah got in that. Force got a few defensive utilities. Cube actually went in. Boogie with the roll. They surely cannot get these kills. Might even lose Cube here despite the song, and yeah, too much damage over time. Faye does get out.
Yeah, that was a very ballsy move to go for that flash when he has Yules. And there's a tower right next to him, so they will reset and fight you back.
It's one of these
Especially
things where it's just like, oh yeah, we're just gonna try. If we somehow get away with it, cool. If not, we're just gonna lose our support because Faye can always just song TP out.
Sadly, you always lose that. Like, if he has a way to save himself, like, you'll lose that.
Yeah.
And they did. Especially because Wish was on the bottom lane, and they knew that Kunkka can't be there. No boat pressure, no torrent.
Yeah.
So they instantly just port in, bring the reinforcements, save their lash, and take Cube out.
Well, certainly a welcome little reprieve here, just a minute or so, where WindAndRain will have to just reset, do other things on the map. Rewarding Elder Sash for posturing very aggressively to get some vision
Oh,
down.
Stoy does
perhaps,
catch
and,
him.
Okay, Wish with the BKB. Snowball keep Cube saved. You don't really care too much about the arena, and Stoy, well, it's ending now, so it's not keeping them away from him. Still, Frost Shield. Gonna relay the damage somewhat, but now the big bad Faye says hello and goodbye at the same time. Sadoy is down, now looking for more. Elder Sash in range for a swap. He could double swap perhaps, swap Faye and then the enemy. That'll be interesting, but he's not going for fancy plays like that. Because they
That's
just
too
can just get the
complicated,
tower.
man.
Yeah, it's
That's too complicated. Just stick with the simple things, you know, like one swap per team fight. Don't get too crazy now. Vengeful is a difficult hero to play.
Back in my day, Venge had only one swap, and I refused to learn how to use two swaps.
Exactly.
So I'll only use one swap at a time.
You have to use Wave of Terror properly. You have to click on Magic Missile and then on a target to stun them.
So many buttons. They.
Come on, man.
That was
Oh,
raw.
nice swap.
Now there we go. That's the swap that we're talking about. We'll give his life for it. The bow just to buy some space against all these PL illusions here that were stacking up. Because Nefert, he's still forced to be reckoned with Faye. Now going for the song. And they get out again. Like, this is so obnoxious. How do you deal with that?
Yeah, they destroyed the tower almost completely, brought it down very low, to like 20%. At the same time, they took down Lash. The only hero they lost is the MVP of that fight, that's the Vengeful. That was a really good swap by him. Gets the Lash out, blows up Hannah, and then they just retreat and use the gold that they just attained for their items, and now they can fight again.
Well, I tried.
Alright.
Let's see, mid lane, they are pinging out PL. They know it's the real one, and he is X. You
Yes,
can't.
indeed.
He does have doppelganger, and he's out. All right.
But always too easy to just catch him out like that.
Yeah.
Also dealing with these illusions. I mean, he has a heart now, so it's very impossible to clean through them quickly unless you have a course there. So just go. Juke them,
Bottom
wait him
and
out, down
Boogie.
bottom, though. Boogie. Okay, this time he just knocked it out. A little bit too much
He
damage,
just
but hey, space created. They take the tower. That's the first of the three. Shrines open up now.
Instantly, Faye goes for this top shrine. Perhaps he will farm around first and send the illusions on it or something. We'll see. It's a little bit difficult for him to take it on his own. Oh,
Sees Sidori here. He's out of mana now, rooted up, and he's just dead, isn't he? No defense this time. The TP way too late from screen. Let's see, Aegis expired though. Chain Frost. I don't think he cares too much about that. It's just
Killing spree.
what?
Double kill.
Maybe setting up for him now, but he just songs and he can TP out. Or
or
he's
he
not
can
doing
fight.
that. He can just
because
fight
two
with the
heroes
rest
are
of the
dead.
team coming in. That's a Phantom Lancer in the middle of all of this, but they want to take care of the supports first. The Phantom's rushing, keep him safe, never. A little bit of space needed to work in this fight, but there's no Shadow Demon. Elistar swapped out, gets advantage, and sure, why the hell not? The real PL trying to track her down, but it's they starting to clean through his solutions. He's doing damage, Q blocking himself in, and he will fall. Hannah joining in for some support. Kunkka, not as tanky as he wants to be. Faye still trying to find a target himself, but does need another net. Has it in a few seconds, the arena. And this beyond to the side, it's a real Naga Siren. No more illusions. Bail him out until just now with the man style, but he's too low. Triple kill for Nefert. They were unable to control him up.
And 4 kills.
Together with the buybacks, though, on the side of PRIES.
Considering
Had
how
to be expended
disciplined,
to win this fight.
considering how disciplined they were up until this point, it's freaking me out that they try to go on this shrine, which is active, and they do not know if they have any buybacks or not, but they still go ham. And yeah, you have one buyback from Mars, Lashrak connects, and suddenly you lose 4 heroes. Every single time up until now, they use the song defensively, they get a pick off and then they TP away or just walk away. This time around, they try to use it offensively and they instantly pay the price there as they lose 4 heroes.
Shack with Arcane Rune as well. Glyph. A little bit mistimed perhaps. That next Edict is gonna tear through this towers. It's not just WindAndRain who have pushing power. It's certainly also PRIES. It's a full set of racks that are gaining from this. I mean, down bottom, Boogie is trying to trade. Someone is dead. It's Yoku. Not a whole lot he can do about that by himself. This could be a bit of a 1-for-1. This melee rack's not quite there just yet. Nefril will stick around for a little bit to ensure that. Lish almost down. Gets the ultimate off before he falls. Is everyone else? Everyone else is out, I guess.
Boogie also got the tower and ported out.
Yeah.
Sorry,
From
Raxus.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, melee Raxus. So that's really good for WindAndRain. They did lose mid, but they traded for bottom. And what did they get? They got screen only, so a kill and bottom Raxus for mid Raxus.
Yeah.
It's all right for them. These bottom Raxus are very obnoxious when you lose them, for Radiant at least, because of the Rosh. Like Rosh spawns and your bottom is pushing in. You need to go all the way down there to defend it, and then you go back. Like while mid lane, usually when you're contesting Rosh, you're pushing out mid anyway. So strategically, it's a bit It's just a little bit more difficult to deal with the bottom lane pushed
Yep.
out.
So all in all together, WindAndRain don't come out too badly here. Still did get punished a little bit, but they made the most out of that situation. They landed themselves in, and now, yeah, Roshan will be an issue very, very soon. Very quick respawn. Only 10 more seconds of the clock right there.
Let us fight.
Already pushing out mid. They have some heroes down bottom. Out of Sash. Leading the charge down there right now. They could just, like, if they find a way in through bottom, they get a pick off or something. They can easily transition that into mid because this tower is already very low from the push earlier. But PRIES, they're ready for that. So fallback is, well, if they realize that Roche is up, they can make a play for that too. Phase in this general area.
WindAndRain, Cube. He's in the right position, but they're wrapping behind him, and they might find a bigger target. They did see
Oh,
Kuka.
the blink away though.
And now
That
from behind,
initiation was not good, and now, yeah, BKB TB out from Kuka. They just have to abort as much as they can. We'll lose both supports, but the cores at least get out.
yeah, and these supports, they do have buybacks, and they're up in 40 seconds. And then again, even though this PL did get a couple of items, he's still very bad when it comes to picking Roche. So
Yeah.
most likely we won't even see the forced buybacks from the Vengeful and Cube's Tusk. And we can see screen rotating towards Roshan. He probably plans to ward around here. And PL is going into the pit, alright?
He's gonna try.
He's so slow. This is just crazy bad.
It's taken forever, but still need to go in and contest this. Bit of vision on the other side. He has the song forced out. Nefrit.
He has no port.
Way to deal with it.
Has not TP on Naga. And there's a blink on Lash. Oh, he
also-
blinks a bit too soon, yeah.
Screen almost dying to illusions. Ugh, it's a big X.
A Flash waited with a blink a little bit later and then just followed him on the edge of the song. I think perhaps he could have killed him, or caught him with
Radiant's
tools.
top tower is under
I'm
attack.
surprised WindAndRain aren't trying to contest this though. They're letting Rush fall. They're scanning it for some reason. Of course they're rushing. Where else can they be?
Especially if no one's defending top and just lost a tier 2, but oh, nice interception there. They actually perhaps make a play on Boogie, something with Hana being here. Should be a free kill.
More than I
Yeah, 80 seconds as well on the sidelines. Had no buyback.
Radiant's bottom
3 years later, Roshan finally falls. Ages and cheese out on their hands, finally.
I guess he bought out, right? He went for BKB. He bought the BKB on
Yeah.
yeah, he bought the BKB on Beast but didn't use it. They take him down.
I think he just picked it up when he died, so he didn't have it there.
Yeah. So he bought out.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Well, at the very least, PRIES will have to spend a little bit of time getting their lanes in order. Mid lane is still the super creeps pushing, that's always helpful.
Yeah, they just have to outpush this bottom lane, which is what Nefrit is doing, and it's his job right now as he has travels. Outpush bottom, travel back top or mid. Life is good. It's not too difficult to deal with the megas once you have super creeps. Once you have the travels.
Yep. Spend all the time that he needs and still be there ready for the fight. Top lane. Could be a good opportunity here. And already TPing in.
Dire's top tower
Just open
is under
racks.
attack.
There's a glyph available to try and tank up some of this damage here. But they still need to be ready to fight. Boogie's back in a couple of seconds. Hey, right now he's just TP'd back home. They need to defend this. But they have to somehow find a way to deal with this Phantom Lance. He's very hard to kill.
Radiant's
Not just him, but also all of his illusions. Tier 3 down, slowing down the Wish. Starting to burn away at this mana. He does not want to use his ultimate aggressively, but without that, there's no way to really catch that. There's Sash. Stomping in somebody. There's Sadoy with the arena. Boogie takes so much right-click damage just when he loses. Still gets a roar out of Fate. Down a half health here. Oh, he still gets pinned to the side. Time is wasted. He cannot end the song, so the boat will not stun anybody. Nefrit's still in front. So is Hannah. They have so many issues dealing with this Phantom Lancer. She's being eaten though, so Lashrak certainly a lot more vulnerable. Self-Yield is up alive, up against this Snowball. And Wish is on a Chain Frost, he should be able to tank that one up. Could bounce too much. Now Faye in front line. He needs to try and leverage some of his damage on the supports. He's just walking straight past the front line. Does not care at all. So it's one down. Sadoy also next on the list. Double kill for him. Never trying to do the same thing on the other side. With WindAndRain are staying away from him. That's not a net now. Faye slowed down from Demonic Purge. Needs some help. Some serious help here. Sash does not have a swap available though. Faye might end up going down, but still has a lot of armor. And with no mana to burn, Nefret can not actually finish the job.
Yeah, and that butterfly definitely coming into play, helping out. Lich buying back too.
Still on a hunt, Hannah, low on mana. Gets a stun off, but Cube finally finishes that job.
Hannah, no man.
Hannah, no mana. I didn't even mean for that.
Yeah. Anyway,
Okay.
a good defense overall. How many buybacks did they even waste? I know Lissash bought back.
One
Anyone
each.
else that's important?
Sash and Screen, no one else. Faye barely surviving now, it's very important.
Yeah, Butterfly coming into play, and also the fact that he had no mana like he's before. But that's a huge defense by them. They defended versus the Cheese. Aegis hasn't been picked off though. Nefrit still has it to work with for what, 1 minute and a half more.
Spending half the energy just kiting around Phantom Lancer
And you can see that he is queuing up on MKB right now. Not really an item that you want to buy on PL, but someone has to take down that Naga, and the Radiance definitely hurts a lot. I love this build by Kunkka, by the way. This is all he has to do. This Radiance, Shivas, and you put yourself in front and you just think. You just think, that's all.
Yeah.
You're just smelly and the PL can't approach you. You slow him, you make him miss.
Radiant's top shrine.
and as long as they can make PL run around and just be annoyed at not being able to kill anybody, that's space for the Naga to just do exactly what Faye has been doing. Just going to the backlines, kill off the heroes that you can kill more easily, and then finally you can maybe think about the Phantom Lancer. Yes, okay, Chain Frost bouncing through. There's a song though for Faye. He'll be fine this time.
So what did we have? We just had Arena wasted, and that's about it. Arena for the song. Boogie snatches that top rune. On the bottom lane, I believe Faye will get both. Faye is getting closer to that level 25. I wonder if he'll go for the evasion or Riptide Armor. I think Riptide Armor is crazy good. Especially now when PL gets an MKB. When he sees that MKB, I think you don't go for the evasion anymore. But we'll see. We'll see. Any other big talents coming up? Leshra getting his 25 as well.
That's pretty big. I mean, plus 40 explosions. You just shred through isolated heroes very easily. And there's still the illusions to worry about, which can tank up quite a bit. In the right situation, that's just devastating. But now Boogie, roar, defensive disruption is there. Now Boogie is slowed down. He's gonna need some help. He's giving it to himself with the BKB TP. No counterplay on that. Sash does not have the BKB, just this normal TP, and that'll only be enough too. So
yeah, the damage from the PL just isn't enough. They can take down the shrines though, which is pretty decent for them. Take down this shrine and just delay them from getting outside of their base. No one can pour to that. Faye, however, is being a nuisance. He's just creep skipping.
unhealable damage.
He might take this bottom Raxus too, the ranged one.
Radiant's bottom barracks.
Anna's there trying to deal with this. So
Yeah, it's good that Fleshrack is doing it,
Radiant's bottom
but Flesh is losing all his mana, so he can't even help his teammates
right
right
up
now.
top, Wish, he's tanking. That's the BKB, that's the Burrow coming through now. Leading to some of these illusions. It's Faye in the front lines, or in the back lines, I guess, depending on how you look at it. Screen stunned up, but Glimmer Cable wanted to delay him for so long. Sadoy trying to use Arena defensively, but it's not really going to happen. Screen also caught inside the ice shots. Cube tanking a Chain Frost on Faye's together with the Soul Catcher. He was full health, and then he wasn't. And now Faye with that song, unable to help him out. But there's Raw on the side, still on the supports. You're trying to get rid of these easy targets. BKB from doing anything else, but now Faye has to confront Nefret. This around Wish coming back into this fight, and that'll be enough to scoot them away. Hannah with no mana again. Boogie still has his slows and everything. That's enough free kill. All of a sudden, it's only the PL, the WindAndRain, only lost the supports. And now,
It's just the Boogie and Illusions, man. He crushed them that fight.
yeah, it's,
Just Boogie going from behind, cleaning up house. PL only one surviving. They do have buybacks though. 3 buybacks available.
yeah. He also did go for the doppelganger
Radiant's middle
cooldowns. As long as he has
tower is
mana,
under
it's nigh impossible to knock him down. Unless you actually somehow find the raw and real PL, that's not really been the case. But hey, it doesn't matter. He can't fight you all by himself. So he's gonna give up another tower.
They're buying back the Lash. I think they'll have to buy back more though. Yeah, buying back on the Shadow Demon, and that's it. If you are WindAndRain again, you fall back after this. You just force their core to buy back. Just don't do anything too stupid at the moment, and you should be fine. You have the buyback and travels on the Naga, so you can send her in, create a lot of chaos, then buy back on her, take down the Leshrac once, and buy back afterwards, and you're in a really good position overall to end the game, as all the sides are open. Like no tier 2s left remaining. Mid lane is just being crushed by Naga's illusions at the moment too.
Very hard game this is turning into right now. It's like farm PL can be really good, but they can't really use him right now because he's spending all his time running around fights. Sure, he can kill the support maybe.
Yeah, that Mars Arena needs to be like contributing to the PL's ability to take targets down, right? You need the Mars Arena to be the one that's setting up stuff, but
they need to use that to lock down Faye. They need to somehow get the real Naga Siren.
And also they don't have enough
PL.
lockdown to kill him before he songs. That's also a problem.
Yeah.
They have not enough BKBs, or actually, how many BKBs do they got? 1. That's on Mars, and that's it.
Yeah. It's interesting. Yeah,
That's also a problem. He just songs and he's out. That's it.
Yeah.
Song is basically impossible to deal with if you're PRIES at the moment.
Yeah. It's a very specific set of circumstances that you need to somehow get going. Like you need to, I guess, blink and spear, and then follow with the Leshrac, and you also have to have the Phantom Lancer wailing away at the real Naga Siren all the time.
To get her mana down, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's all possible now when Rush has reached, because both of these teams definitely want the cheese and pressure.
Nice current.
Nefrit.
Ends up going down. Nefrit just stationing away. Cube's gonna get a bit of help from the swamp and the bow. Sash will give his life.
He's giving his life, but he'll have buyback in 10 seconds.
Yeah.
The only problem is the fact that Rush is up and they might go straight at it.
Boogie on the other side. If they go for Roche, you might just be able to trade for some sort of axe. But there it is, Faye. Still gets a song out there. He didn't spear the real Naga.
Yeah. Invincibility. Song pretty much means invincibility in the game, so it's very easy for him to get out.
Well, they can decide. Do they get Roche or do they defend top lane? Or maybe they can pull off both. There's a buyback now from Sash. Yeah, they need to spread their forces. Hannah is there. Steals. KB still ready to go on Boogie, seeping out. No counterplay to that.
Now you go in that
either.
Rush, definitely.
Slow. Very so painfully slow, even if no arena for a little while. No song either as well, though. Okay, it's a Torrent catching the real Nefrit for the time being. They're both protecting wishes in the backlines. That's one down already. Faye, unstoppable. As they also lose Stoy. Like, just falling one by one. He can buy back at least. Sash, defensive swap here, bringing Faye back in. The roar onto Hannah. They need some damage, which they don't have because Faye is somewhere else. Take a moment to recharge here on the heart.
I'm not so certain they needed that swap there, but yeah, it's alright. They're still winning this fight. They forced the Seedoy to buy back. They killed off the Shadow Demon.
Now they're back in Rush. Aegis and refresher shot.
Classic, and it falls so fast. It's so much easier for take Rush than it is for BKB. Seedoy just wasted his BKB, yeah.
Now the song BKB.
Oh, he didn't blink.
They don't see him. It's nighttime. Oh, they don't see him.
They're going for Lash. They're going for Lash. That's why.
They go for Lash. They didn't get him either, though.
Yeah. They didn't see Seedoy, but they saw Lash. But Lash blinks out afterwards. They didn't time anything with the end of the song. But it doesn't truly matter. Shadow Demon is dead for 40. Naga has Aegis. They will just continue attacking these Raxes mid and top now, I believe. They have smoked up the Vengeful, so maybe we see another swap on Hannah.
Anyone but Nefrit. Can't really deal with him. Can kind of started to maybe clear through some of the illusion, but they will regenerate very quickly. Nefrit's gonna have to do some work somehow. The moment anyone else gets called out, they don't have buyback, and something that you have to worry about. Elisash going in, swapping in Hannah. No matter for the follow-up stun. The rest of the team kind of preoccupied a little bit. The boat's coming through, and that's the arena. Elisash kind of low. No one else, though, is now the roll. They actually got Sidoi. Axe back on screen. He's burning, he's sticking out to the damage over time. They punch up Hannah. Low. Not low enough for the next couple of seconds. He does do a lot of damage in return, but Faye, he does not care. He has that second life from the Aegis. Even never dropping low to all of this AoE damage. And he will maybe go down. Not before cleaning up a few heroes at least. Does have buyback
Does
to
have
work
buyback.
with. Faye, all he needs is a few seconds to heal up on the heart though, and he come right back in. Cube might not have that time. Nefrit. Let's finish him off. Song, Faye can decide, I actually want to play by myself.
Well, he
wanna
cancelled
wait
his
it out.
port. He can't go back anymore. Well, he can run, I guess, and that's it.
Goes down to walk.
I'm actually satisfied the game didn't end
Clear
because
sailing now.
Beastmaster bought Aghanim's, and I haven't actually seen the new Beastmaster Aghanim's.
What does that do?
He has no cooldown on axes.
Oh, Beastmaster, right? Beastmaster.
Yeah. So
yeah, okay.
it sounds very stupid and bad, but maybe it works out. We'll see. I just want to see it.
It seems
Versus
like
PL.
yeah,
Versus PL, I want to see it. That's all.
Did he go for the X damage challenge? He did. So it's 195 damage per axe on, and if you like cast it right in front of you, it's basically no travel time either.
Are under attack.
So if you're in the middle, it's more AoE to deal with the illusions, and while also bringing the real PL down low. So new illusions are also not as stanky. And
Yeah.
yeah,
It'll
but this
be
is the one
interesting.
situation where I can see that working out.
Yeah, definitely. That's my point. Versus PL, it might work. It might be funny. I still think it's. I don't know. I think it's bad, but it might
What
be
else would
good.
he buy? I guess. I mean, they already have a Shieldist, they already have a Radiance.
They don't have AC. Let's say AC would be alright. They have it. They have it. Bad.
They've done Conquer.
Buy Rapier. I don't know.
They've two Sheevists. They could buy Mjolnir. It's actually maybe.
Get
could be
Rapier
interesting.
and hit them.
Rapier
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I mean,
Yeah.
it would be alright to get another Shivas or Mjolnir, like you said,
They already have
or
two.
even
They have one.
or even Crimson would be
Crimson,
good for them. There's PL.
Crimson could be
There's a Rapier on Phantom Lancer. Speaking of Rapiers, I mean, this guy bought back. He has nothing to lose, right? So
It worked out last
if
time.
he
He also has
dies-
a double damage rune right now.
if he dies, it's over. But he decided to cancel his smoke on a Hawk, and now they know that he has a Rapier. Sadly for him, unless he, yeah.
That's the AC. They have two ACs and two Shivas.
Why
Like,
do
what?
why do they have two ACs?
I don't even know.
I guess the armor versus Kunkka benefits them versus PL.
Yeah, and the way they're playing, like, Faye's running down people other than PL, and Konka is dealing with PL, so they're not necessarily gonna be in the same AoE. All oh, never mind, he just sold it again.
He
so.
sold it.
Ah, well, no big deal. I mean, just selling buying a major item, selling it immediately, he has too much money, that's what that means.
Yeah, buying an AC and selling it to your casual Naga.
He should just get the synth axe. I mean, just healing everybody in the song.
Definitely, yeah, I agree. Syntax would help out. Not certain why he wouldn't go for that. It's an extra item, if nothing else.
He has more than enough money for that and buyback. So should just go straight for that. Actually, no, he needs 6k gold, doesn't he? As Faye now, caught in the middle here. The banishment comes through. The roar on the back, on Lich here, trying to keep in, but defensive dropping, keeps him safe. Faye, they caught the real one, swapped out though! Little Sash saving lives. Left and right here. Cube on the other side of that fight. Unable to survive too much longer here, I would imagine. So he goes down. Boogie also very low, but there's the song finally.
Man, these axes are doing nothing from Boogie. I've been watching him the whole fight. He's done nothing with
Bottom
it.
lane, there's a bunch of super creeps coming in, so Hannah has to retreat. Nefret's still in the front, working away quite nicely in these melee barracks. Just still have to ignore Sadoy.
Dire's top barracks.
Good target here. There's the root catching him. Rex are down, but it doesn't really matter too much at this point. All that matters is bringing down these heroes. Sadoy will fall to the illusions. The boat gonna do too much here. Is the buyback actually from the Lich. Nefret, he's just standing here now. Hannah rejoining too. Faye, that's a lot of damage here. Soulcatcher doing some work. They need the follow-up. Extra mana start. He's stuck in the middle. He's gonna die once. And he needs a buyback here. Wish also he doesn't have buyback.
They don't know that. That's why they're backing out. They don't understand that Kunkka doesn't
Yeah,
have
they-
buyback. But
They
they
must
should
though.
know
It's on
it.
cooldown. They
should, yeah.
must.
They should know it. Very interesting because in this situation, he has no buyback. You are ending the game. You should be going for an end.
Maybe they missed it earlier somehow. Maybe they didn't keep track properly.
Oh, Beast on the bottom, Hannah. Another
It's
roar.
right there with the roar from the refresher.
Is under attack.
He
Gets
does
him.
have buyback. One of the few heroes that
Can
got-
they
became
travel
available
back?
again. On
No
the
travels on PL. He can't go back. Shadow Demon
Oh my
has
god.
board.
Can they just end the game right here? Just there's a glyph to the latest.
Are fortified.
Phantom Lancer, he's running. There's a buyback from Hannah. Need to delay this. There's a song. They're not crazy. They're not going.
Yeah,
for
it's a good force. It's a good force.
Has been killed.
They also force them back, which is so important.
Radiant's curse,
But
my bad.
honestly, I believe PRIES had a good shot at ending the game there if they didn't run after Naga buying back. But they were thinking maybe Kunkka is going to buy back as well in the heat of the moment.
Yeah.
Maybe they have it written down, but maybe it's one of those things. It's just
Still dead for 45 seconds. So this is still a bit of a window that they can maybe still take advantage of. But they're still trying to take. Still T2 to take bottom, so there's a
Dire's bottom
the
shrine
easier
is
place,
under
safer
attack.
place to make right now.
I mean, this tier 2 bottom not falling is also a really big deal for WindAndRain, just having that available. They couldn't be mega
Dire's
because of
bottom
that.
shrine is under attack.
Now Illusions taking some of their own with the disruption, so it's always nice.
Dire's bottom tower
Vector
is
will be
under
done,
attack.
so will
Dire's
tier 2.
bottom tower has fallen.
Kunkka will be
Shadow
back.
Demon.
Dire's
Is
bottom
caught by
shrine
Faye.
is under attack.
But Faye has to be careful here. He has no buyback.
Just leave his
Fantastic
illusions to
enough.
finish the job. Ouch. Big guys. One hero though who does a buyback. Or both teams actually, the 5 position sports. But PL's gonna have it in a
Dire's
minute.
bottom
Kunkka
is
as
under
well. Taking in for Boogie and Cube, so it's looking a little bit better right now for the Dire side, just because they did force a buyback on Hannah earlier. So there's a win condition for WindAndRain. These team fights, it's very hard to take them from both sides, I guess, at this
Dire's
point.
bottom shrine is
Because
under
both have
attack.
this crazy illusion carry that you just can't easily deal with.
Yeah, like we're just stuck in a position in which neither one of these teams they can't pull the trigger, they can't end it, right? And they're just more satisfied waiting for the buybacks to come back online, it seems. Instead,
Radiant are scanning.
both teams left on only one side available. Not that they have too many difficulties out pushing too, as they have
Double down.
PL and Lash on one side, and then Naga with illusions very easily out pushes. Is there any big item that can come out and change the stalemate situation, I wonder? There's a swap?
Maybe not big items, it's only big kills. Sadoy on BKB will protect him a little bit, but Faye drops a song. It's Fleet's coming in though, and that's one more stun on the roar over on the easy kill. That is the Lich down for the count. Hannah with a BKB protected it a little bit. Cube punched up, trying to control. Wishes on BKB will keep himself safe, and now Nefret goes in, trying to do the damage, but Cube, well, he's gonna take it. The roar, another one coming through on the Shrek. That's Hannah down. And Faye, the illusions start to work away. Wish will fall. He doesn't buy because on his own, and they know that they can maybe win the game right here. Nefret's starting to drop low. He needs to wait. He needs to heal up. And Sadoy, so far so good, but there's no way out after the defensive disruption. The real Nefret is caught in the middle of all of this right here. They find a stun, they find a punch, they find the kill. Force out
That's
another
a rapier.
buyback. The rapier on the deck. Faye says, oh yeah, I'll take that, thank you very much. And now, straight down middle, you only have to fight against 2 heroes. One of them is Phantom Lancer, but the other one is Shadow Demon. Against the full lineup here, there's another boat, the Flayed, coming through. And one thing that PL can't do is stop people from hitting buildings. They're just gonna go straight forward. GG, well played is called. WindAndRain with their first series victory here in LOOT.BET/DOTA tournament. And a very well deserved one.
I didn't get my
And a hard
stomp.
fought
I'm
one.
angry. I'm angry.
It was not a
Didn't
stop
get
at
what
all.
I asked for, but it still was a very fun game between Naga and PL.
Yeah.
My God, please don't
It's
make
been
this
a while.
meta again.
It's
Please
been a
don't
while.
make it hasn't been like enough. We need more time. We need a few more years before this comes back and becomes the
No one's missed it. That's for sure. But we got another taste of it, you know. Just every once in a while, you know, we can just indulge.
yeah. In any case, both teams like executing their draft somewhat decently, right? Playing until the bitter end. The Nefrit again just showing these big cojones, going for the rapier play, which almost did bring them back into the game and win it. But Boogie had some really good plays there when in that top lane defense, wrapping behind them and just buying enough time for his team to deal with the PL in a couple of fights too, just like in this last one.
Yeah.
And yeah, they had a really rough start, WindAndRain, in this game, but this is the first series that they won, and they definitely needed it. I'm proud of the boys. Yeah.
So am I, that's for sure. Next up, because we're already 45 minutes behind schedule almost, so we're gonna go straight into the next best of 3. That'll be Unique versus Pavaga Jr., which is Pavaga's first game, I believe, in the regular season. Of course, they had that play-in versus Aachen Cities, but we'll see what they can do up against Unique, who've been doing decently well. 2-2, I believe, is their scoreline so far, but for now, we're going to take a short break. Stay tuned.
Radiant victory.
LOOT.BET. Made for live betting.